called related. Okay. So what related does, it returns the related values in each row of a table based on relationship with the other table. What does it replicate in Excel? Excel VLOOKUP is what related does. VLOOKUP is what? You have two tables. Between the common column, you bring information from one table to another table. So same thing is a work of your related. It works like VLOOKUP of Excel, right? Over here, we don't mention what's a common key. Why we don't need to mention a common key? Because they're related through the common key. You've already created that relationship. So I don't even have to tell, okay, between this table, I want to get this and this is a common key. Like in VLOOKUP, you guys mention, this is my lookup value. That's a common key. Over here, I don't have to do it. My models are there. Relationships are well established. And since this function requires a row context means, again, remember calculated field, row context means row by row it works. So wherever the two common keys are matching, it pulls that data for you, right? Now, since it has a row context, what will it return? Will it return a column or will it return a value? It will return a column.
Value.
Column. It is a row context. Row context means it works row wise. So it will return a column. So since it returns a column, and we were already against creating new columns, we use it under different functions. So we bring the column and then we create more functions around it to get a single value. Okay. So such functions are, some iterator functions are like SUMX and MAXX, or filter functions. Filter functions, again, we'll use it inside other functions, right? So we are going to use related, reduce the redundant column creation by merge because it increases our file sizes. This part is clear? Now, what are iterator functions? Iterator functions does what? Like I have a function called sum. What does the sum do? It works on one single column. Same count, max, min, average. If you look at the syntax, if I go over here and when you guys created this measure also, when you did sum of this, just going back a little bit, when I did sum, what is the syntax is asking for? Column name. Means one column. Only works on one single column. But when you talk about these functions, iterator functions, what is different about them from your normal Excel functions or your sum, max, min, count is that they work with expressions. Expression means that, let's say I have a column and I'm doing some calculation with it. Once I've done that calculation with it, then I want to summarize it. For example, I want to calculate what is my total sales. Right? What is the definition? How will you calculate total sales?
Product into
Product, yeah. Product, quantity, order quantity into
price.
Product price. Right? And then you want to do a sum on it to get the total sales. So when you are saying product price into order quantity, that's an expression. It's not one column. You are doing some calculation using one or more columns, and then you're doing a summarization. So this kind of activity can only happen in the iterator functions like SUMX, COUNTX, AVERAGEX, RANKX, MAXX, MINX, CONCATENATEX. There are many functions like that. So how does it work? First, you have to tell the table. Then you have to give the expression in it. Okay. So they allow you to loop through the same calculation on each row and then apply an aggregation. So think about it. It's creating a virtual column of your calculation. Once that column is ready, then it's doing the summarization and returning one single value to us. So let's go back and now just first look at my work, then you do the work. Let's say I wanted to calculate total sales. So I'll go to my sales table. I'll make it a measure not a column. Remember why I'm not going to make it a wanted on the X's label. That's why we will not create a calculated column, we'll create a measure. So once you go to the measure, I'm going to call it total sales. Okay. Now I can't use a sum function because my total sales is dependent on two columns. So I'll use a function called SUMX. Right? So SUMX will first ask you which table. I am working on my sales tables. Right? Comma. Now the expression means the calculation based on which you want to summarize it. What is it? Order quantity, sales table into product price. So when I type in price, am I getting the column? No, I'm not getting the price. Why I'm not getting the price? Because it's not in AW sales table. It is not in this table. Hence, it is not bringing it up. Anything that you write from this table will come up over here in the expressions. So now what I need a column that belongs to another table over here in the calculations. Now you say, which function will we use? Related. Now the function of related comes. So we'll use related. Though related gives you a column, but since you're using this column and order quantity column, doing the calculation and then summarizing it, the output will be a single value. So in related, now if you put price, what it will give you is a list of all the tables with which it is related. And what I want is price. So in AW product, I'm getting product price, close the bracket for related, close the bracket for SUMX, press enter. So it is coming up to be 24.91 million.